Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 5 of Be Your Own Boss Challenge. I am so excited to see you here. I am thrilled that we have spent the past five days together, and I'm so humbled and I appreciate that you took time out of your daily schedule and you're here with me. You spent the past 4 days, and I'm telling you guys, we are going to do great things together. So I'm really excited that you took the first step towards creating a life of your own dreams. Okay, we'll just give a little bit more time for people to join and then we can start. Okay, great. Please introduce yourself. Let me know where you're tuning in from. It really helps for everyone to know who all are there. And please keep on interacting, letting us know how you're feeling, how has your experience been. I would really appreciate, guys, if you can go to buildscalesustain.com and you can drop below the fold. There is a feedback, there is an area where you can post feedback. So please write your comments, what you liked, what you did not like. So just we would love to hear from you. So, guys, feel free to go to that Facebook, the buildscalesustain.com/opt-in and post your review there. Okay, so without further ado, I will go to day 5. Who is excited? Hashtag excited. I am very excited for starter. Okay, perfect. Great. So guys, we have had a very productive 5 day and I learned a lot from you. I'm hoping that you also learned from me. This is day 5. We started off with, talking about mindset. What's the number one key ingredient in towards creating a sustainable and successful business. Then we went to how to create an offer, how to figure out your niche. And then we talked about who are your target audience, how to create customer persona, how to reach out to them without spending tons in paid ads. And now, last but not the least, how to put it all together, how to create that unbreakable, solid business plan that you can take to the market confidently. So this 5 day challenge, as you all know, it's a 5 day training where I'll teach you everything about how to create your successful and sustainable business. And this is the foundation of a strategy which has helped countless entrepreneurs break out of their 9 to 5 rut or whatever limitation they are in. And they were able to create successful businesses all without having any business plan or knowing anything about business. Okay. So, moving on to the formula that we have been talking about all week. So, I have a unique methodology, a formula that I have created, because of which I have been able to take multiple businesses in diverse industries and launch them very successfully. And I have, culminated all my findings, all my, knowledge and experience in a formula called MOVE. And what is MOVE? MOVE is mindset, offer creation, target audience validation, and execution. So today we talked about all the other components up until now. Today we'll talk about the last but not the least part, which is execution. Who is excited? Now we are towards the end of our training. Hashtag excited. Guys, even if you're watching replay, please, you know, uh, uh, engage with us. Let me know. Just let us know how you're feeling, because after this live I will go and I will each read each one of your comments. Okay. Many people feel that this may not be a good time, but I say that all the time, that pandemic, it changed the way we interact with products, services, the way we live our life. We see that during after pandemic, people quit their jobs, but then there was not a corresponding increase in the unemployment rate, because people, they got time to rethink their priorities, and they decided that they don't want to work for anyone anymore. They want to be their own boss. So that is one big shift that happened. And second is that pandemic also opened new business models, because of which companies like, say, Zoom and Instacart, they took opportunity and they just they went to the market and they made millions. They weren't doing anything any different, right? I mean, it's an age old business model. And data also shows that The number of business establishment opening in the US stood 34% over their 2019 levels, then by the end of 2023. So, which means that 356,000 more places of business opening up post pandemic than pre pandemic. But who am I, guys? Why am I telling you all this? So, for people who don't know me, I am an immigrant. I grew up in India and I went to a top tier fashion school there. Life has been really hard. I have worked my ass off for this. And I worked on shop floor, factory shop floor, 8 to 8 shift, would not see sun for days. Fast forward to now, I have three successful businesses under my belt. My first company, Club Z, was America's fastest growing franchise in year one of operation. We had customers even before we opened doors. Then I launched second company, my home decor company. It had its $1 million per year run rate under 2 years, 19 months to be precise. And now I launched another brand in luxury women's wear, and we launched Spring 2024, and it's already making waves in the market. All this because of my move formula. And before I took my plunge in entrepreneurship, I was an executive in Silicon Valley. I was a marketing executive. Without having any technical background, I rose through the ranks and I was heading the marketing team for software companies. Uh, and I am also a member of Forbes Business Council. This is a prestigious invite-only organization, which uh, which is comprised of 1% of entrepreneurs around the world. And the membership is given to people who have demonstrated significant business success and personal accolades. And just a very recent development, I finished the round of interviews with Marquis Who and Who's Who, and I am featured in 2025 Marquis Who is Who in America. For those who don't know, this is America's oldest database, I think around 160 years or something old. And even White House and all the libraries, they refer to this database to see who is who in America. I'm very humbled that I am getting membership for that organization. I'm being featured in Marquis Who is Who, and quite recently, I'm also being featured as top entrepreneur alongside Oprah and Sarah Blakey in Women's Journal. And on a personal note, I am mom of an 11-year-old girl and a 15-year-old boy. The reason why I'm telling you all this, why I want to share my story is first that, I have, between my factory shop floor experience and corner office, I have seen it all. I have seen everything. And that's what enables me to come here in front of you and teach you my learnings. I learned from failure. I don't want you to learn from failure because it's very costly, guys. So, bottom line, back to my background, I was climbing corporate ladders, but I was exhausted. I was burnt out. But fast forward to today, I have three successful companies. And my luxury women's wear brand, we just launched in spring 2024. And it's already in Oculus Mall, World Trade Center, New York. It's in Hampton, New York. It's in two locations in Miami. It's in Costa Rica, very shop, and there are many more exciting locations coming soon. So I was able to do all this. Now I can just, I have time freedom, location freedom. I can just go to Goa on a whim, and because my high school friends were having a reunion, I can go to detox retreats, internationally for 10 days, and where there is no cell phone allowed. I could go in the middle of the year and do all that because I have time freedom, I have location freedom, and I have financial freedom. And guys, I have worked my butt off to get this. And one mistake which I did, there was an article, Forbes interviewed me and they asked me, what is number one mistake that you did that if you were to go back, you would like to correct? And that was not getting a mentor. I failed and I climbed up, I got up, I again. So that wasted a lot of my time and also my resources. But you don't have to spend 10 years because I will tell you everything without any fluff. So agenda for today is 90-day launch plan. and scaling sales. So, but before that, I just want to take a minute and I want you to imagine. In the morning, I start every day with manifestation and I do that multiple times in a day. But imagine, I really feel that when you tell your brain this is happening, it happens. Brain will make it happen. So imagine you, taking that first step confidently. Imagine walking into your launch without being afraid of what thing you could have missed, or, oh my gosh, what do I need to do? Something unexpected came up. You have the reassurance that you are doing right by yourself, and you are doing right by your tribe. You remember your why, for who you are, for which you are creating your business. And you are no longer stressed because you exactly know what you're going to be doing and how it's going to pan out. You're excited to launch rather than getting stressed about it, because now you're confident, and without thinking, hey, it's going to be a lot of work, and do I even have it in me? Okay. So your calendar is filled with your to-dos. And remember, guys, imagine how would it feel if you make your most ambitious goal a reality? Think, like, a lot of people who want to own a business, but just think, fast forward, 6 months, 1 year, you have your successful business. Imagine how would it feel, and double down on that feeling and stay in that feeling for the rest of the presentation. Okay. So, but I also know that you may have tried to research on your own, get off the ground. You may have tried to even take some courses, some half baked courses which tell you one particular component, how to do lead gen, how to do this, but not something which would take you from point A to point B. Point A is not knowing anything about business or even having a business idea, to launching a business confidently. So, guys, it's not your fault. You had frustrations, you had fear, you took a step, then you failed, and then you took some time again to get back. And during that process, you lost your passion, you lost your resources. So now you don't have uh, to be stuck in the status quo. You don't have to be stuck in the hamster wheel. So, and you are also, one thing which happened with me and many people who can relate to this, you saw your competitors passing you by, you saw your friends who passed you by, and you're thinking, hey, I am also smart, he's no or she is no smarter than me, then how come? Right? Because you had to figure everything out on your own, which is why you were afraid to take the first steps. Right? And you were thinking that, hey, it's not in me because you were not able to figure it out. But it's not your fault, guys. I was there, I have been there. You just didn't have any expert to guide you along that process. And you start feeling excited again today because you have an expert, you have someone like me who can walk you through this journey. Okay. And you can transform your financial life, you can transform your family life, you can transform your relationship, all aspect of your life, because you have an expert who is guiding you all along. Okay. So just forget about all the gurus that may have told the who may have told you things, and you've taken half baked courses, because by the end of today you'll be able to exactly know how to take that step, how to launch into the market, how to put all the pieces together, how to confidently go and launch your offering in the market. And you don't need to know anything about marketing, offer, or anything that that's needed in business, because we've got you. Okay. And don't just take my words, right? I mean, let's take a look at some of the people who have been able to do it. So Lindsay came to us. She had an idea of a diversity training platform. She has she had some module built in as well. But we worked with her, and she was able to win the first place in a startup accelerator challenge, and they funded her business. uh, let's take a look at Sally. She is a Pilates instructor, and we helped her figure out what would be a good business model for her. We helped her diversify, and she is now making 100K per month with her 7 diversified business models. And I could go on and on, but I would just pick one or two more. Rochelle, she was an event photographer. So we worked with her, and she was stuck because she was the bottleneck. And we made her launch a photography course, and she made 10K within 3 days with her photography coaching. Yuvanka, she is living her passion. She is an artist, and we helped her transform her art into her business. She doesn't hold any inventory, guys, and she makes $30,000 per month. Lisa, she was stuck because she had a VA firm. She was stuck because she only could handle few clients. She went from 5 clients to handling 150 clients. Of course, there was a gradual increment, but then we made her diversify and transform her firm into a consulting firm. You may also ask, hey, I don't have such an offer, some make money quick, get rich quick offer, or make money online quickly offer. Kim, she is a relationship coach, and had a she basically she came up with a program, 3-month long program, teaching women how to control their dating life. Think about it. And she had a $6,000 program, and she enrolled 12 people into her program through our system. And there are many, many other, testimonials like this. But I am telling you that I will give you step by step guide on how to launch your offer. So, who is ready to deep down into the exact process of how to take your offer to the market confidently? Excited, hashtag excited. I am excited for once. Hashtag excited, guys. Perfect. Beautiful. So before that, I, wanted to just, there are many people who tell me that, hey, I don't know what am I good at. I don't know if I have a offer which can make money. Christopher, he teaches embroidery, and he had a Facebook group, a large Facebook group. We helped him create an offer, and he took it to his Facebook group, and then it was a 4K offer, and he sold it to to 12 people in his group. So he earned 48K in his launch with our framework. So basically, and he was laughing that I'm sitting in the middle of grandmas, and he was able to, his passion, his skill, he was able to transform that into a coaching program, and he was able to turn that into a 4K program with that 12 people signed up for. So he had the same fear and doubts as you have, right? Do I even have anything to offer? Am I good enough? But guys, put all that aside, because we're going to talk about putting all the pieces together in this module. So before that, I want to talk about goal setting, and we talked about that in the prior days. But then you need to have smart goals, right? We talked all about that in the prior days. But after you have your goals, which are smart, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound, you need to also see uh, the results coming in. That keeps you motivated, right? So we teach you how to break all your journey, all your to do's into small modules, and how to tackle that every single day. Launch coming to the launch plan. We talked about trends and problems to focus on, competitor analysis, differentiate your product, distill USPs, consolidate everything, right? We talked about the new value equation. We talked about how the new value equation takes into account many other things which just solving a customer problem does not take into account. And those are the things where you can differentiate. Who remembers the value equation, guy? Bonus point for this, 5 bonus points for remembering the value equation. Please write it. Even if you remember one component, please do. That's a trivia. Okay, impromptu quiz. Going back to the launch plan, guys, we talked about most important things because we don't have a long time. We just have 4 days, and then today's fifth, where we talk about how putting it all together works. But uh, there are so many things in a launch plan. There are finances. How are you going to get your finances, right? um, how, about your offer, about your customer, about your marketing functions, marketing toolkit, about sales, about ongoing operations, right? How do you say, if you have a product business, about your supply chain, about, how can you scale uh, by building teams. You don't have to spend fortune. You can even build teams when you're a solo entrepreneur and you are just, not at the $1 million mark. So mastering all these functions, administrative function, how to navigate all the legal, all the regulatory environment, reporting, how do you make sure that your team, you have an efficient structure that doesn't take a lot of your time. I did that in Club C, guys, that when I realized it's not the business for me, I, instead of shutting it, I put that on autopilot. So even for a business which I was not intending to scale, I put all the things together, a team, automation, and I was able to automate almost 90% of it, right? And then I a hired team, offshore team, there were people who would say that, hey, it's a location specific business, it's a touring company, right? But then how can even people sitting in other parts of the world even know about the education system in the US? But then the beauty is breaking your job into chunks, and I was able to offshore 80% of the job, and then 20% was reserved for in-person interactions and so on. So you can do all that, guys. And then there's continuous improvement, right? So bottom line is, what I am trying to tell you is that all these things, they look simple, marketing, sales, yeah, that's a function, but there are so many small little things that goes into it. And even if you make a mistake on one thing, then it impacts your business. It may impact even the sustainability of your business. So this is where we come in, because we have mastered all this. So these are all the launch plan components. And let me just change the slide. Give me one quick second. Okay. Okay. So every plan has its own, components. And then so this is where we come in. I have, 16 years of experience in corporate, and I have experience in marketing, sales, all those things I have done, created 3 businesses. So we give you everything. We give you marketing toolkit. We give you scripts, sales scripts. There was one script which I use in my education business, and I closed 99% of the deals. And since I had to automate, I passed that script along to my salespeople. So we have all the funnels built out. We even give you scripts for your webinars, so we take care of all that for you. And then you'll think, hey, how do I make this my own? You make this your own with your personality. There are hundreds of business coaches out there, but my program is my program. It's very specific because it has my experiences, it has my personality, and people who can relate to me, they will come to me, not to all those coaches. Okay, so we're talking about marketing, right? Messaging is the holy grail of marketing. So, and that's where all the if even if you're reaching out to your customers, say on social media, or your prospects, sorry, on social media, if you're talking, I mean, even if you have gone to a networking event, the first thing you say, you have 2 seconds. You have 2 seconds of buyer's attention, and what you say in those 2 seconds can make or break things. All right. So what to say, when to say it, we take care of all that for you. We help you create your signature speech. We create scripts for you, and that's where my expertise comes in, because I was telling you that I was when I was working for Sun, I was Sun's ambassador to Oracle, figuring out both companies cohesive messaging. And then I have closed $1 million deals through email marketing. So I know what works, guys. So that's where our team comes in. And then we have perfected the sales process as well. So in sales, you have top of the funnel, but then you need to keep on making it efficient. Remember yesterday I told you that uh, a lead, generally people don't buy on just seeing something for the first time. You need to keep on nurturing the leads. And what what kind of messaging do you need to go out with to nurture those leads? We provide you all that, right? I mean, you don't want to be in a situation where people get frustrated. You need to have a right balance. So, taking care of your sales funnel, of your top of the funnel, and then how do you add value to each stage so you get qualified leads in your in your mailbox, that you or your closer can just can just go and make a call and close it very, very easily and effortlessly. So we do all that for you. But there's one thing which I want to just focus on, and we give all these guidance to our students, and we craft the plan for them. But there's one thing which I always mention that people always overlook. It's the hidden gem that nobody is using to be able to scale without having to spend a lot of money. And that is existing customers. Because when you focus on your business, you get way more time to add value to your customer and then get testimonial, and that's a cycle. So when I decided to put my business clubsy on autopilot, on not basically scale it so much, just put it on automation, I implemented a strategy that I will grow through my existing customer base. So 90% of my business was through referrals. So think about it. And which was because I was, if whatever time I had, I was able to do things for my customers and able to add value in my offering. Right. So, and here is the power of testimonials, right? The extractions of referral is important. It will not happen on its own. You have to mine your diamonds. And what will happen, say, if you go and if you mine one diamond, would you stop there? No, right? You will just go and dig, and you will mine more diamonds. And then what you do is you show off those diamonds to your customers, to your prospect, and then it will create a ripple effect. People will want to know how you did it, how you mined it, and then more and more people will come to you. So, and obviously, not every client, even though they're a happy client, are willing to work with you because it takes time. It consumes their time. And that's why it's important to follow up with them. So you should spend your time on existing customers. One good clients equal 5 to 7 referral guys, which is why in my business, I have, the strategy which I am adopting uh, is the power of testimonials, is existing clients, and I give them a referral bonus as well. So, and we talk about all of that in the program. But I promised to tell you on how do you launch to the market, how do you scale without spending tons of money in marketing or ads. So one piece was testimonial, and then in the same customer nurturing upselling journey, which doesn't cost you anything, guys, there are a couple of things which you need to keep in mind. That study shows that people need to watch things over and over to buy something, and the law of diffusion of innovation says that, if you see this. So there are only 13.5 people who are early adopters, but after that early majority and late majority, around 60% of people. So, which is why nurturing is important. Nurturing is not only important when you are going out for the first time, nurturing is also important when your client has bought something, because that's the first time they have bought something. The sale doesn't stop there. You have to escalate them in your journey, and I'll show you how. So, you have to make sure that they are reaching their goals, they're satisfied, they're keeping on track, and they're happy. And then you also don't want to miss the opportunity to upsell to them. So for example, when I was doing clubsy, and so we would, we used to go to people's home, and we used to create goals with them. So say the if getting from C to an A is a goal, then we would figure out what is the goal, what's the time frame, what did they need to do, say tutoring 3 times a week to achieve that goal, right? And at the end of 3 months, we would call them, we would meet with them, and we would see if they have reached their goals. Because if they have reached their goals, then think about it. The second, if the student is not doing very well in Spanish, then who do you think they will come to? Us. or if the sibling is not doing very well, or if the same students now wants to to be tutored for SAT, they're taking SAT now, so who will they come to? Us, because we have delivered, right? So you can turn them into lifetime customers. So there is a, customer lifetime value, which is the sum total of all these journeys and all the conversions and all the upsells which you do with them. So, and this is the ladder, the value ladder. So if somebody bought something, $10 per month from you, and then they are hooked because they have bought from you, because they trust you, and then you take them higher and higher in their trust journey, then you sell them and you keep on nurturing them, sell them 5K, 15K, 36K, and that is the sum total of all the purchases, is the customer lifetime value that you need to focus on. And it doesn't cost any money, guys. What it costs is you being vested in the customer, you trying to make sure that whatever you have promised to the customers is happening. And that will not happen unless you're bogged down by all the other things that you have to do. You have to post social media content, you have to have followers, and you have to, all these things that you have to take care of, right? Because you, as the owner, as the entrepreneur, as the CEO, you need to focus on your core competency, guys. I'm telling you that this is the mantra of success. If you are not focusing on your core competency, then you're all over the place and you will not be able to provide value to the customer. Okay, so we talked about this ascension, and how you have customers continue in their next logical step in their journey. But there's one beautiful part here. Now, with the power of AI, you can automate all this. You can automate all this, guys. Because earlier, I remember writing scripts, following everyone through email and calling, deploying teams to make sure. And then, then we would mark our calendars that every customer has to be talked to, or we have to touch base every month. So there are 50 customers, so we would have a calendar full. But now with automation, you can automate all this. You can automate calendars, you can automate even phone calls, you can emails, you can automate a lot of things, right? So you and your team can focus on your core competency, right? I just wanted to just recap what we have learned so far. But before that, I want to say one thing, that if you are thinking that if you have sold something to a customer and then reaching out to them and, again, going with your another pitch means that you are greedy. How many people think it means that they're greedy? Yes or no, guys? Hashtag yes, hashtag no. Okay. Okay. Think there are more yeses than nos. So you're not greedy, because they need that anyway. Since they trust you, if they get it from you, then they can, they can be at peace. It saves their time from trying to find 10 different people. So no, you are not being greedy. So, I just wanted to recap what we learned about the customer journey so far, that you can focus, you can scale your business without having to spend tons of money in doing things, in marketing and other things. You can focus on your clients, and you can have a strategy where you use testimonials and client ascension journey to scale your business. Okay. And you can easily collect and repurpose testimonials. You can so I went to my dentist one day. So my son had his braces with him. So he was giving the offer that, okay, write a review, and then you will get one teeth whitening kit free. So there is tons of things that you can do, and we talk about that in our training as well. So, but I just wanted to recap that you know four pillars to six scale. So when I'm talking about the customer ascension and all the testimonials, it's no brainer that you have to know your customers really well, because I talked about that in day 2, day 3, everything, right? And you can automate that. It's a two-way interaction. So, and you can reach out to your customer very easily through social media. You can have a one-on-one conversation with them. You can build rapport, and you can automate the part up until where you come in. So if you see a warm customer, then warm prospect, then you can start talking yourself. And with your existing customers, you can have just another channel, right? and you can answer objections, build rapport. You can do a lot of things on social media. If to drive active participation, if you can have, and basically customer appreciation event. Even if you're small, you can have a dinner. You can have a dinner with one, two, three, four, five customers. That goes a long way, guys. Focus on the win, as we talked about, and focus on scaling intimacy. And that's true for all relationships, guys, right? Everything in the world. So why would it be any different for your customers? Because once you create that relationship, they will see that you are the one and the only one for them. You are the only one for them, right? So guys, I urge you to go out. And there was something which, someone once told me that changed my life, and that's what I'm going to ask you. When will you stop playing small? When will you stop playing small? Not realize your true potential, not go and do the thing that you're great at, not just, go and transform your life. I'll give you guys a second to think about it. When will you stop playing small? Because I started my business because I didn't want to be on the deathbed and just think about things I could have done. I wanted to do it. I wanted to stop playing small. Okay, so going back to last but not the least, that we talked about scaling and then sustaining. Here automation plays a huge role because you can automate the workflow. You can bring things into sustenance stage where it doesn't need a lot of your personal interaction, because remember, we want you to be detached from the business, right? We want the business to happen with or without you. So, and because I have sustained businesses, I have automated and used things on a very small budget. We can help you a lot with how do you sustain your business at whatever stage you're at, and with a very low spend. Okay, so far, just giving a recap that today we talked about the 90-day launch plans, right? How to put everything together. And the past 4 days we talked about each component of your business model, and today we are talking about how to put everything together and launch confidently. So guys, I just wanted to ask you one thing. Say if you do not know how to uh, what are the different pieces, and what are small little nitty-gritties that's you need to take care of at each stage. And if you don't, then have you seen those structures that people build on small little legos? If you just take one out, everything falls, right? So, and if you don't know about all those pieces, what goes into a successful business plan, think about it on your launch day. If you figure out, oh, I didn't do that, and everything will come crumbling, and you have lost all these days. So do you see, I just want to understand, do you see what I'm telling you? How you can, without having a niche, how you can create a business, create an offer, how you can attract customers, prospects, without a lot of ad spend, how you can reach out to more customers, how you can create that launch plan, how you can sustain your sale, how you can use automation. Do you understand all this, that all this is possible, all this is possible, and it's possible in 90 days, right? So who is excited? Was I able to show you how do you create your business plan? How do you go from stage zero to one to two, right? One is you don't even know, you don't even have your business idea. And then, did I solve your customer persona problem? Did I solve your valuable offer problem? How to create an irresistible offer? How to launch? How to even launch when you have limited finances, how to finance your business. We talked about that in day one and then in the VIP session. But guys, I did not take any penny from outside market. So I, instead of that, I created a portfolio career. And I fueled my big dream with several small dreams. And we talk more about that, and I give you tips and tricks inside the program. But you can do all that without spending tons of your personal money. So, but before we dive into program details, who is excited to know who won the scholarship? So, just so you know, scholarship, the winner for the scholarship will be announced tonight in the Facebook group. It will be announced tonight in the Facebook group. Just come back and check. So now that we have talked about this for 5 days, think about, with all these tools in your arsenal, this was just a sample. With this and so much more, with one lead gen engine, one irresistible offer, and our launch methodology, think of what you could do, what all possibilities are awaiting for you, right? And there's one thing which I want to share with you guys, which I did, which was wrong. It was me hiring mistakes as my teacher, because I did everything on my own. I failed. I have two failed businesses. Then even when I was doing all that, my first business failed, women's wear. So I have seen a lot of failure, but because of which I have perfected this move rule. But one such failure, I just want to, because it's very close to my heart, guys. Every time I think about it, and my heart just aches. So my first collection, I created a compelling product offering, differentiated product, and I exactly knew the market need and the gap, and I introduced a line which nobody else was doing, not many people at least. And it was rich fabric with modern designs, especially for the working women. And we launched our first collection, and we failed. I have not only 80K of inventory lying in my garage. I lost a year in which I was paying $5,000 per month to my to my consultant who was doing things for me, right, to my agent. And then I had a sampling unit in India with two tailors, one cutter, one trimmer, one pattern master, all the overheads, facility cost, material cost, outside labor cost for all the embroidery, because it was hand embroidery done by artisans, and then all the digital marketing, website ad expenses. And we scrapped the entire collection, guys. We scrapped it was a beautiful, it is a beautiful collection. So we recently, my friend offered to have a trunk show in her house, and people freaked out. I mean, I had people just, they were so excited, and I had a good sale. And we rebranded to String Code, and the total loss for that is 250K and 1 year of mine lost. And I just wanted to show you what that loss means. I just wanted to show you that loss in reality. So this is my first collection, and I was wearing that yesterday also. So look at this, guys. How beautiful this is. How beautiful this is, right? Do you think this is a product which is it okay for for this product to fail? Is it okay for this collection to fail? So guys, it's not only your offer that matters. There are all these miscellaneous things. There are how you are, who is your target market, positioning, and even if everything from that sphere, from that dimension is taken care of well, like you have right audience, right offer, right messaging, but then there are so many other parts in business. As remember, as I told you, structure, Lego structure, even if one is wrong and it falls, everything comes crumbling down. So your business success does not depend on how great your offer is, how competitively it's priced, and how well you're doing everything. It may, the secret sauce may lie in one thing which you had not even overlooked, which you had not even looked at, I'm sorry, which you had overlooked. Some process, something, some find something in financing, maybe even trademarking. So I'll just give you an example around one other failure which I recently had. So this is about a failure from my brand Inti. My attorney made a mistake, and I lost. I mean, it costed me $10,000 because all the filing fees, and we filed in 7 categories. I had to give up my brand name Indie Roots. So you guys will see that brand Indie Roots will no longer be there because I need to change my company's name. So we are going through the entire rebranding process. So think about it. It costed me $10,000, but how much did it cost me? 7 years of my brand name, guys. I have to give up. I have to give that up. All the search engine optimization, all the branding which I did, everything which I did to rank my name up in the search engine, or even creating, the brand image in front of my customers. People, relate to my brand. People see my logo and my name and they know what this is. But I have to give up on all that. So if I knew this 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I would gladly pay to get a mentor, right? Because I would have saved all this money, right? So my advice to you: don't pay tuition the hard way. Don't pay tuition the hard way, because it'll also, you know, uh, uh, decrease your time to revenue. It'll waste your money, and most importantly, it'll have an impact on your morale. You may just give up and never do it again. So don't pay tuition the hard way. Invest in guidance, invest in mentors, so you can do it energetically. You are, you're taking the right step, and you have the positive energy that's needed to anyway make a business a success. Okay, so is it okay, guys, if I go over my business incubator program? Do I have your permission? Okay, perfect. So, introducing the Business Incubator Program. This is a 3-month long program, and you will get tailored step by step plan for building a profitable business valued $9,997, and financial freedom roadmap. Remember, I talked about ways to have a portfolio career and achieve financial independence through entrepreneurship. This is valued $2,000. Sales and marketing mastery. That is really my forte, guys. So when you are going, we will help you in creating your offer. We will help you in creating all the marketing channels. We will help you in creating marketing messaging. We will help you in creating sales funnel, optimizing sales funnel, sales script, everything. You'll get sales and marketing toolkit. You don't have to do anything. We will even tell you how to, we will even script your webinar or your podcast out for you. Valued $5,000. And we have mindset mastery training, tools and techniques to build a resilient mindset, practical tools, unlimited email support, business automation blueprint. This is very important to me, guys. This holds a lot of value for me because I have perfected this through my Club Z business. And I don't want entrepreneurs to be the bottleneck in their own business and not be able to do things that they really want to do, because of which they came. They took the entrepreneurship route. If you are so much engrossed in your work and if you can't even take off, what's the point? You will not have time freedom. Opportunity to connect with industry leaders, personal branding guide, guys. This is also something which is very personal to me. I have been doing so. These days brands are not independent of their founders, right? People buy founders and their stories, they do not buy brand. Okay, so I have been able to create my personal brand. I without any PR agency. So guys, for a very long time I did not have a PR agency. Now I do with a string code. But this Forbes Business Council's Marquis Who Is Who, top entrepreneur alongside Oprah and Sarah Blakely. So all these accolades, all the articles, all the pieces of news which has millions of impression, I was able to do that through my personal branding, and I will teach you how to do that. Okay. Profit maximization strategies, legal and compliance resource kit. Many people, they don't know how to navigate through all that, and it's very exhaustive. And social media branding audit. We audit your social media, and we advise you on how to create a compelling brand image. And last but not the least, very important to me, I don't know about you, but I hate writing content for social media. You'll get a 30-day content accelerator done for you, your 30-day of content on social media. You just have to go and execute it and post it. Is that all? No, because you've been with me so far. I also want to give you more. So do I have your permission to over deliver, guys? So there is even more value. There would be a 90-minute introductory strategy call with me. It's worth $2,500. So that's my rate if you know, if people buy hours from me, I do a 90-minute long call for $2,500, and you get that as a part of the package. Tailored business plan creation. We will create your business plan for you, $5,000 value. Will have 2 weekly Zoom calls. This is not a recorded training, guys. We are live with you. We are with you every step of the way. Q&A, hands-on training, knowledge transfer. So we have weekly Zoom calls. 2 strategy and accountability calls per month. Personalized support. Okay, there are tons of pre-recorded video content and a community, right? People like you. This is priceless. So in total, you will get all this that we talked about and this, which we talked about after this. That's a tons of value. Don't you agree? Hashtag agree. Guys, let me know if you agree. Okay, but that's not all. Who doesn't want to get more and more value, right? People never say no to more, sorry. But first, did you know that although it's a great time to have a business, but 80% of businesses fail in year one? I have told you that, right? 80%. And you know the statistics for various reasons. So it's not a magic sauce, guys. It's not a magic pill. You just don't go and you do things, read from a couple of places. It takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of failing, getting up to figure out what's the secret recipe for success. And when you go and do it on your own, you will get success. You will absolutely get success, but you never know when, right? And most of the times the businesses that fail, that I'm showing you the statistics for, percentage 82% because of cash flow problems, 29 because they ran out of cash. It's because by the time you are about to succeed, when you reach your goal, maybe when you are short of finish line, by that time you are exhausted, you've run out of cash. That's the reason businesses fail. So think about it. If you have an expert guiding you along the way, then you don't have that problem, right? So that's where mentorship comes in. That's where what I did wrong, comes into picture, which is why I'm here and I'm offering this training to you. Guys, I don't have to do this. I have my businesses. I am financially, free. I have, other businesses getting me money. I'm doing that because of my passion, because I really want to help people who were like me, 10 years, 8 years ago, and who really want to do something good in their life, who really want to take control of their life. So whatever I have showed you, it's a total value of $64,061. And now you're going to ask me, so Nina, what is it going to cost me? So I'll just want to have one data point. So even if all you did was save on a week of delay and common mistakes. Remember, I'm talking about all those big mistakes. And frankly, you don't know when a small mistake will become very big, and it may even cost you your brand, like what happened with me in Indie Roots name. So that's a 12,000 per week for 1 week of delay. So if you multiply that by three, it's $144,000 in 3 months, right? I want that thing to sink in. Even if you are counting 1 week of delay or mistake, either or, because if you are delaying, then you are actually taking more time to start generating revenue. So say if you're delayed by 2 months, those 2 months could have been the time when you were already making money. So there's an opportunity cost for delay, right? So if you take all that into account, you are, for 3 months it's 144,000. Even if you hire one VA, guys, for 40, a full-time VA, and you ask them what to do, and say if they are you don't have clear directives, they don't know, because of course they're VA, they're not business owners. So if they make mistakes, so if you are having them for 40 hours a week, it's $3,200 for a month just for the VA. And it's very common that for months you are not able to figure out the secret sauce. So every month you are paying them this, so $3,200 per month. And if you, if say, if you took 2, 3, 4 months extra to launch, which is very very common, so how much money have you lost, right? So you have lost more than $10,000, even if you're late by 3 months. So you ask me, how much is it going to cost, Nina? 6,000? Sorry, 60,000. So now I've talked about the value, $144,000 for 3 months. Is it going to cost you 60,000, 30,000, 20,000? No. Here, do I have your permission to over deliver? Over delivering, delivering on top of over delivering. Everyone loves that, right? Me too. So there are some pay in full bonuses. So if you pay in full, there's a payment plan too. Then you get personalized one-on-one coaching session for business breakthrough. Unlock your business potential with a tailored coaching program with me. So I had a client who just had this session and I changed one thing in how she was approaching thing, and the next day she landed $5,000 deal. So she tells me that that happened because of that call with you. Think about how your business can transform with my experience. And then there's a business mastery masterclass for your, to bring out your business acumen, and exclusive access to resource vault. But wait, there is more. There is more. The program costs $10,000, but if you pay in full, it's $5,000 today during this live, or you can have a two payments of $3,000 if you want to be on payment plan. Or if you're on the fence, if you haven't decided, you can pay $500 deposit and get all the challenge only bonus, all the live only bonus. So if you act today, every day there's diminishing bonuses, then you will get a done for you brand identity document, which I will personally create for you, and all the recorded sessions for VIP. Tomorrow you will not get that brand identity, recorded access to VIP sessions. So I just want you guys to, think that would it be worth it if you are confident in every step they are taking, if you have your marketing figured out, if you have your sales figured out, if you can see what lies ahead, if you have, a complete overall long-term vision, and if you are able to see your hard work pay off. Every single day you're seeing small improvements and results. And is it worth it if you have an expert by your side who you can bounce things off with? You have a community, right? So let's recap. We talked about the key components of entrepreneurial mindset. We talked about how to create irresistible offer. We talked about how do you reach out to your target audience? How do you validate that? How do you develop an effective marketing strategy? How do you create your target persona? And without spending a lot of money, how do you reach out to that market? And then today we talked about how do you create everything together? How do you launch? How do you scale without paying any money? So all these business acumen, all the processes which you need to create a scalable, sustainable, profitable business. So these are the step which, the key components of your execution journey, of your business launch plan, right? So, and you may be wondering how does it look like from here? Yes, we were with us for 5 days. I would welcome you to join the Build Scale Sustain tribe, where I would be personally mentoring you, no recorded session, 3 months. Your success is my success. And I am picking handful of people, very, very few people who I want to personally mentor, and I want to see them be successful. So that's the reason I'm not, they're very limited spots, and if they fill up, I'll just close. I close this. So please go to buildscalesustains.com/order, and uh, there are payment plans. There is $500 deposit. Here I just want you to ask you one thing. Imagine that you are making the most ambitious dream of your life a reality. You may ask me, hey, can I, or you're asking yourself, can you afford it? The more important question is, can you afford not to? Can you afford not to turn your life around? because taking advantage of this offer means that you are no longer somebody who is just on the fence. You're an action taker, right? You have a step by step plan. You get to do what you want every day, right? You want to do right by your tribe, by your family, by whatever you hold important. You have financial success. You have you're living your passion. So you are every day you are just excited to get out of the bed and just go and work. So you're finally having you're finally having a life of your dreams, guys. Is anything more valuable than this? If not, then go, and there are limited spots available. Go to buildscalesustain.com/offer. If you're on the fence, talk to your concierge. Make sure you book a conversation with them, with me. I'm just opened all my calendar. I'm there. I'll talk to you. We'll figure out your strategy together. So please book a call with them. You may be thinking, hey, Nina, but what if I don't have time to do it? I am in other programs. I want to implement this, what I learned there first before I start this. So I just want to ask you one thing, a mistake which I did: ROI versus COI. ROI is return on investment, and COI is cost of not getting support. What is the cost of not getting support? You are miserable in whatever you're doing. I'm sorry for being blunt, but you just dragging yourself to work or whatever you're doing every day. You don't have enough money. You are always limited by finances or anything that you want to do for your family. You're not able to do that. You are somebody else is telling you what you are worth, right? You are just falling short of your potential. You're you have just uh, you're in that roller coaster hamster wheel, and you're just going in the same cycle of getting up, going to work, coming back, cooking food, sleeping, working with your kids. That's how my life was, and that's what I wanted to change. So if you don't take advantage of this, you are missing the ability to turn your life around, guys. And how much do you think that thing is worth, right? How much do you think that thing is worth, and how much do you think how much your finances will transform if you take opportunity? And please drop a comment below and let me know what the biggest takeaway for day 5 was. Extra points if you post it on the wall. Remember, we'll announce that winner tonight of scholarship. And please go to buildscalesustain.com/opt-in and write your feedback. You will get points for that, and uh, I would be very happy to read all that, your takeaways. Okay, last but not the least, whether or not you are joining me in my program, I want you to commit that you will implement the move rule that you learned this week to get the life of your dreams. Because first step is commitment. Write, share with us in the group, or write on your wall. Let the social media, your friends know that you are doing this, you have taken charge. This is the first step. So we talked about all the key components of execution, and today in the VIP session in 15 minutes I will talk about uh, outsourcing and efficiency hacks to skyrocket your productivity using AI. All the things which I have learned from my experience at Clubsy, and all the reasons that business is on autopilot. I'm hardly giving an hour a week to that, and it's getting me $10,000 to $15,000 per month. So all the secrets, 15 minutes. If you want to be a part of the VIP, hashtag VIP. My team will also post the Zoom link for the session, and I would love to see you there. And don't forget to do your homework, because as and when every day, if you're on top of your homework, you may already have created your blueprint for your business, your launch plan. So do all this, do the homework, post it in Facebook group, send it to us, and we will reply to each one of you. Please feel free to get the feedback coming. And please, guys, connect with me. Whether or not you are joining the program, I want you to be in my tribe. Connect with me on Facebook, LinkedIn. I want to see what you're doing. I want to see, you to see what I am doing. I want to learn from each other. So please connect with me. And I just want to leave on a small note. Uh,
It is not death most people are afraid of. It is getting to the end of life only to realize that you never truly lived. There was a study done, a hospital study, on 100 elderly people facing death close to their last breath. They were asked to reflect about their life's biggest regret. Nearly all of them said they regretted not the things they did, but the things they didn't do, the risks they never took, the dreams they didn't pursue. I ask you, will your last words be, if only I hit, hey, you, wake up. Why do you exist? Life is not meant to simply work, wait for the weekend, and pay rent. No, I don't know much, but I know this. Every person on this earth has a gift. And I apologize to the Black community, but I can no longer pretend. Martin Luther King, that man never had a dream. That dream had him. See, people don't choose dreams. Dreams choose them. So the question I'm getting to is, do you have the courage to grab the dream that picked you, that befits you and grips you? Or will you let it get away and slip through? You know, I learned a fact about airplanes the other day. Now, this was so surprising. See, I was talking to a pilot and he told me that many of his passengers think planes are dangerous to fly in. But he said, actually, it is a lot more dangerous for a plane to stay on the ground. I said, what? Like, how does that sound? Well, he said because on the ground, the plane starts to rust, malfunction, and wear much faster than it ever would if it was in the air. As I walked away, I thought, yeah, makes total sense, because planes were built to live in the skies, and every person was built to live out the dream they have inside. So it is perhaps the saddest loss to live a life on the ground without ever taking off. See, most of us are afraid of the thief that comes in the night to steal all of our things, but there is a thief in your mind who is after your dreams. His name is doubt. If you see him, call the cops and keep him away from the kids, because he is wanted for murder, for he has killed more dreams than failure ever did. He wears many disguises, and like a virus will leave you blinded, divided, and turn you into a kinda. See, kinda is lethal. You know what kinda is. It's a lot of kinda people. You kinda want a career change. You kinda want to get straight A's. You kinda want to get in shape. Simple math, no numbers to crunch. If you kinda want something, then you will kinda get the results you want. What is your dream? What ignites that spark? You can't kinda want that. You gotta want it with every part of your whole heart. Will you struggle? Yeah, you will struggle, no way around it. You will fall many times, but who's counting? Just remember, there's no such thing as a smooth mountain. If you wanna make it to the top, then there are sharp ridges that must be stepped over. There will be times you get stressed and things you get depressed over, but let me tell you something. Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school 3 times, but he kept going. The television execs fired Oprah, said she wasn't fit for TV, but she kept going. Critics told Beyonce that she couldn't sing, she went through depression, but she kept going. Struggle and criticisms are prerequisites for greatness. That is the law of this universe, and no one escapes it. Because pain is life, but you can choose what type. Either the pain on the road to success, or the pain of being haunted with regret. You want my advice? Don't think twice. We have been given a gift that we call life, so don't blow it. You are not defined by your past. Instead, you are born anew in each moment, so own it now. Sometimes you gotta leap and grow your wings on the way down. You better get the shot off before the clock runs out, because ain't no overtime in life, no do-over. And I know I sound like I'm preaching or speaking with force, but if you don't use your gift, then you sell not only yourself, but the whole world short. So what invention do you have buried in your mind? What idea, what cure, what skill do you have inside to bring out to this universe? Uni meaning one, verse meaning song. You have a part to play in this song. So grab that microphone and be brave. Sing your heart out on life's stage. You cannot go back and make a brand new beginning, but you can start now and make a brand new ending.
Hello, guys. Are you inspired? I get inspired every single day with this. With that, I will see you in VIP session. And thank you so much for joining me. Let's stay connected.